Swan Hill, California Memorial Stadium in Berkeley. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Virginia Tech Hokies and the Cal Golden Bears. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
I caught up with the Hokies head coach before the game. They are so excited about how they've been able to prove everybody wrong. What they accomplished last week has pushed them into the conversation. And now they've got to prove that they can be even better. He said, I felt like that was our most complete game of the season, but we've got more to give. We'll see how they get off to a quick start today to prove that to the nation. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Golden Bears will kick off first, and here we go. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Hokies offense will have the first possession of the game. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows to have success in this game against this defense is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual one-on-one opportunities when those chances come their way.
Well, and I think that's what's good about this offense. Their strength in numbers. It's not just one guy that you can take away. There's several receivers that can make plays. That stresses a defense. Like, find the weakness, go after him. That guy can win. So it'll be a fun individual matchup.
Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. At the 35, he's got room. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. Wants to throw on first. Makes the grab. It's Brown. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line. They stop him and knock him out of bounds. And the Hokies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense. Part of the Hokies' DNA to rely on that ground game, sort of like a Kevin Jones type guy. And now in the pitch, the ball's loose. Defense got it, they're on the run.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense, getting the sack, getting the fumble.
This offense has it with really good field position. Motion from the wide out. Out wide right, it's Dawn. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. Moving the pocket, it's Carey. They'll run the screen. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Third play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. Here comes the heat. Right side, it's Marshall. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Snapped on 4th down. Unloads to the wideout. And it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football. Bunch formation for these receivers. The give is to Smith. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3. Guys, let's step back here and chat Virginia Tech. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency. For the second half of the season, David, I think that's a massive key for this team.
And it's so hard with young kids.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Escapes the pressure going right. Got out of trouble and throws. Caught, it's Hairston. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react in plays. So this can certainly open things up later on.
He's going to run it. They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 45-yard line. There is a man still down. It's a Hokie, and they'll stop play to check on him. Fresh set of downs going up top. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smith.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Quarterback signaling to his guys. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Hits him in stride inside the 10. All the way. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0.
Yeah, and listen, find your matchups you like, and you can see you got your speedster out wide. You like the matchup. He sees it, puts some air underneath that thing, and he outruns the DB. He's got no shot. Runs underneath it, and then walks his way into the end zone for 6.
Here comes the Golden Bear offense ready to start this drive. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
And it's not panic time yet for this offense, but last week was a really bad performance. This week, starting off a little bit slow, they got to find some form of rhythm. They got to find some way, get a few first downs, get some playmakers involved, because right now they just seem out of sync.
Yeah, I just feel watching this offense, they need a big play. They need their confidence to get going, get the mojo going, considering they really struggled their last time out. They just don't seem to have figured it out quite yet here in the first quarter.
On the return. Makes a move. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Virginia Tech opens this drive as the offense looks ready to go. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Out wide right, it's Denmark. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Run inside. It's Davis. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They give it to him again. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a first down in the red zone. The Hokies come to the line with a new set of downs. Driving forward, it's Davis. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll ride Davis here. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Virginia Tech is on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be fourth down.
You know, timing is so important in the RPO game, especially on third down. Quarterback and receiver just didn't have it there, and now it's fourth down.
Gets drilled as he throws the big pressure on fourth down, and they'll get it back. Poor starting field position here for this offense. Hits inside, it's Marshall. Hammers his way across the 10, picks up 4 to the 11. Here comes the offense on second down. Drops back, it's Carey. Right side, it's Foster. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. First and 10 from their own 17. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with second and 13. Off play action. Rush right in his face. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Under pressure. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety.
And that's one the quarterback just has to learn from. When you're backed up like that, you've got to be able to get rid of the football. And I know he's got to scramble. He's trying to break out to the right-hand side to see if something positive can happen. But all that pursuit is coming after him. He needs to throw that thing away, live to play another play, but instead he gives up the big safety.
Hit and dropped in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on second and 15. Changing the routes with his receivers. Back to pass on second down. Takes a hit as he fires. And he avoids the sack.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Line is set on third down. Oh, pressure's coming. Makes the catch down the right side. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They'll need a bunch on second down. Straight ahead, it's Smith. Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33. Third and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. On target over the middle. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. And the Hokies, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Smith. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll ride him again. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Trying to slip through and pick it up. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. They got him in third and short, but, man, they've got to do a better job. If they want to get back in this football game, like, they've got to force some field goals. They've got to force some...
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Hokies. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And the extra point extends the lead to 16. Bringing it back. He's finally brought down after a big return that was almost a whole lot bigger. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking for the edge. He'll do it himself. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. The play fake. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Carey. Out wide right, it's Bush. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. And the Golden Bears will snap it on 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Between the hashes, it's Bush. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, it's Marshall. Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Fires on the move. Timed it perfectly to not get free and forces a 3rd down. And now this offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Unloads in the nick of time.
And this offense trusted their quarterback. 3rd down and short, they give him the football, tell him to go make a play. Nothing open, what does he do? We're in field goal range. We're in a good spot here. Throws the football away, makes the right decision.
Turning it on. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time. Obviously didn't like what he saw on 1st down, and they use a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal. The give to the big fullback. Cal uses its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Quarterback keep. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Bears.
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the 2nd quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the 2nd half.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Look out! Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
Snagged in the middle, it's Brown. Virginia Tech wants to take a moment. They call their second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Looking for a deep man. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their third possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense credit finally. Something good happens for them. They get the incompletion, but if I'm this quarterback, I'm still throwing it.
Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports Desk. We start our coverage with Auburn, taking on the #1 team, the Clemson Tigers. And it's the Tigers coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. And now over to your game in Berkeley. This wideout is enjoying a stellar day. 2 of those catches in the first half were 2 of the better grabs I've seen all season. And, of course, his overall stat line is helping the only stat that really matters, the scoreboard. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside California Memorial Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Hokies will kick it away to crank up the second half. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Turns it loose. Upstairs he's got it. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The Golden Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The pull and throw off the RPO. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And the Golden Bears come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Plows his way ahead. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. He'll move it ahead and a good productive play on the ground. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking downfield, it's Carey. Fires to the tight end. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. The Golden Bears go back to work after moving the chains through the air. DB's right up on the receivers. Drops back on first down. Holds on, it's Bush. Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Now on the move. Short gain on the play before he slides. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. They'll try to get the first through the air. They're all over him. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
I don't mind the aggressive nature by the offense there. It's 3rd and short, everyone expecting runs, so you're going to go pass and try to take a shot, but you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback.
Absolutely perfect. It's now a one-possession game, 16-10.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. He's changing the play. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Right side, it's Brown.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
They're going back to the ground. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. Breaks into the open. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Good work up front to get that first down on the ground, and now they'll go back to work. Quick give. It's Davis.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Leaves it in his belly. Maybe some room here. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. And the Hokies kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. The give to Davis. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest. The negative play leaves him with 2nd and 12. They'll run it. Got a little space. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Hokies back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Out wide right, it's Brown. Headed to the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. Now the 2-point conversion attempt is coming. From the gun. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
Virginia Tech, 22, Cal, 10.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Catch in the middle, it's Bush. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Lets it fly. Excellent job rallying to the ball, and they knock him down. Midway point in the season, in games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Sells to fake. Finds his big tight end. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. 3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. Back to throw, it's Carey. Somehow fits it into a host of defenders. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Punt is on its way. Catch is made at the 15. He's brought down, but there's also a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about. He was grabbing for anything he could get a hold of and wound up with a fistful of face mask, and it'll cost him 15. So just a lack of discipline, and on 4th down, too, just hands this offense a 1st and 10. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Running inside, it's Smith. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Hokies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Now they're going to throw it. Rush is on. Out wide left, it's Smith. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a 1st down. The Hokies are flying down the field. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Right side, it's Denmark. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the 1st down. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Looking to throw on 3rd. Here comes the heat. Bought a little time, lets it go. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. Making the adjustment. Got to make the play on 4th. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground. The quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. And the Golden Bears in the hurry-up.
Nice job by this defense, pinning their ears back, getting to the quarterback, creating the sack. But look at this offense. They're deterred. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Looking to throw, it's Carey. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Rush right in his face. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down, and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Throws to the wideout. He makes the catch. First catch of the season for this highly touted wide receiver, and man, their fans have been hungry to see that. Wants to throw on 1st. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. Under pressure. And it's a sack. Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Oh, pressure's coming. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. There he goes. Timeout taken now by the Golden Bears. That'll be their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Out wide right, it's Denmark. Cal uses its 2nd timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. 1 more yard on this 2nd down might just put an exclamation point on this one. The run inside, it's Davis. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a 1st down for this offense. Cal will use its final timeout. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the 1st down. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship.